Welcome to Dance to Heal. I'm your host, Jenny C. Cohen. Join me as I share stories of how dance and movement can bring healing in a way that is safe and tailored to your life. I'm a cancer survivor, mother of two, and an award-winning performer who found that movement was vital to my recovery. I created Dance to Heal Wellness and also authored the best-selling book, Outside in Recovery, Dancing My Way Back to Myself After Breast Cancer. I will bring new techniques to help you on your dance journey and healing path. Are you ready to move? Dance to Heal starts now. Happy Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Today's episode is going to be focused on those of you who either just found the lump or were just told you had the abnormal mammogram, and or you might have already had the biopsy or you're waiting for the biopsy results. I have 5 tips I want to give you because I feel that in my search, I never really found a succinct 5 things to do. 1, breathe. Really breathe. Set reminders in your phone and or little sticky notes to stop and breathe. Focus on your breath, smell, taste, hearing, touch, your vision. Open up your peripheral vision and breathe and be in the present. All right? 2, make sure that you make the appointments. Some of you, and I know some of you because I did the same thing, will think, oh, it can't be serious. Seriously, I know some of us do this. And they'll be like, I'll get it taken care of. And or they tell you, oh, they do have a biopsy appointment 4 months from now. Set reminders to call them and make sure you are on the cancellation list. All right? You now become your own best advocate. Did you hear what I said? Set the appointments, set reminders. All right? 3, plan to bring a friend. If you don't have that option, plan to record it so you can go back and listen to what was told to you. Super important. Why? Because when we're in a distressed state, we don't hear everything. In addition to bringing a friend, make sure you have a list of questions written out that you will ask. Oftentimes, I go to the doctors and I forget some important detailed history of why I went in the first place. And I was lucky I had my husband go with me and he would ask them certain questions that I thought I wanted to ask, and then in the stress of getting there and being there and finally being in front of the doctors, I would literally forget. 4, set up a system to dump out. Set up a system to dump out. What does that mean? So most of us, we are the central force of our communities. Right? Real talk now. Most of us, like me, I support a lot of communities. I support a lot of events. I was the center of my family. And it was this alien thing where I was like, whoa, why would I bother anyone with what I'm going through? Bother people. Please. For example, and those are my friends who did this, don't worry about it. I've forgiven you and I've moved on. And be aware there will be people in your community that when you tell them your diagnosis or you're waiting for a diagnosis or you're about to embark on getting a diagnosis, they will start to tell you either, I know this person who did this type of treatment and this was the outcome. And or when I got my diagnosis, I had a certain number of friends, either one look at me like I was literally dead already, and they'd be bawling every time I saw them. And or I went to an event during my chemotherapy and this other person was very, very drunk. And in the middle of conversing and hanging out, this person had to stop all conversation and give me permission to pass away, even though my doctors had given me a pretty good prognosis. What I'm saying is dump out. Be very clear in your, even if you don't end up needing chemotherapy, you still have to give yourself time to recover from the stress of the unknown. That takes its toll on you and your immune system. Dump out, meaning you're the person going through this. All of the outer circles, friends and family are the outer circles. You get to dump out, they get to dump out. No one should be coming to you about the stress of your diagnosis, the stress of your treatment. Does that make sense? Yes, I understand more than anyone else. My identity was to be a support to other people. And should you have the unfortunate invitation to join the club of which I am a part of, and I have to regretfully welcome you with loving arms, right? That whole dynamic of being everything to everyone suddenly needs to focus being everything to yourself. You have to be everything to yourself, even as you prepare for this insanely surreal, very surreal journey. All right. And 5, breathe. You've got to keep breathing. I only wish someone had kept telling me that. I shut down and got really, really quiet. And maybe a few people sought me out because they were so used to me being the one to be there for everyone. So you get to learn who your real friends are. And then there were a certain number of friends who just didn't know what to do. So I have to teach them how to be in my outer rings of support, and you can too. Okay? So let's reiterate and remember what the 5 points for today is. You found the lump and you're waiting for the biopsy or the results, or you've just been told, oh, we might have an appointment for you in 4 months. 1, breathe. 2, make the appointment and then reminders to follow up, especially if you're put on a wait list for something. Do not allow yourself to be put on the back burner for anyone. You must become your advocate, your own advocate. 3, make plans to bring a friend to be your second pair of ears. And in addition, no matter what, record your appointments and all your calls so you can go back and listen to it to make sure that you are present. 4, set up a system of support so you can seek help outside of you and people close to you are not asking for you to help them. Your focus is now on your health. 5, breathe. Super important, stay present. If you want some reading material, you can get my book, Outside In Recovery, Dancing My Way Back to Myself After Breast Cancer. I've had people who are reading it during their treatment and even beginning their journey, finding a lot of solace because I do some real talk in there about really what's happening inside of us. Now, if you're a very physically active person already, you may find it still very useful, right? And if you're a dancer, absolutely pick it up because I have found that the movement aspect of dancing, even if I couldn't physically do anything inside the space, just to be in that area, the energetic exchange really helped me get through my treatment. One other last thing I really want to talk about with you is in this month, I have partnered with a good friend to make the awareness beyond October. We're going to be doing a very cool challenge for this month. Go to any of my social medias, Jenny C. Cohen, any social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. If you go to Jenny C. Cohen TikTok, I'm going through reading sections of the book for you. So oftentimes when we're stressed out, reading isn't actually a relaxing thing because we have to be still and reading. So the book, you're just guided through parts of it with some dance breaks. And I do really recommend you move as much as you can. It can be as simple as taking a walk with music. Be careful. Don't use your noise canceling music. Make sure you can hear the traffic and everything around you, right? Even the sound of nature is super important. Do a lot of grounding, walking in safe situations, of course, and finding moments to plant your feet in sand or clean grass, all right? Make sure you are resetting yourself to being in the present. In the present keeps you from worrying about your past and also worrying about your future. You only really have the here and now. All right? Okay. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time. Thanks for listening to Dance to Heal with Jenny C. Cohen. Come back next time to hear stories of recovery through movement and learn more ways that you can move your body. To work with me and continue your journey, visit OutsideInRecovery.com. Are you ready to move?